all stars, welcome back to my channel. It's DAMNSHEJAMAICAN, your biggest and brightest shining star. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about Sagittarius Rising. Gang gang. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about my rising sign. So as you can see, I'm a little bit happy. Now first I'm going to talk about what the rising / ascendant means, and then we're just going to go ahead and talk about Sagittarius rising. Okay, so the rising sign is the sign the sun was in, rising on the east at the time you were born. Now, you can only know this if you know the specific time you were born, hence why you're watching this video. So kudos and shout out to you. Now, the ascendant is the first house, and it rules your physical body and your personal issues, people, places, and things in life, and just pretty much the overall mask you wear for people and how you want them to see you when you first meet. So it's the persona you put on when people first meet you. Now, Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter. So overall, Sagittarius rising people have a very expansive way of viewing their personality, and they have a very broad and expansive way of how they view their life. These are people that have a love for knowledge, and it's their personality. Like, their personality is kind of preachy. So when you first met me, you met me on the internet, but I was kind of like preaching to you guys. So you can see my Sagittarius ascending by me talking and giving information and being wise. So that's where the Jupiter comes in as far as Sagittarius being the ascendant. So as far and this placement also, so Sagittarius ascendant also, because you're ruled by Jupiter, it makes you a type of person that likes to expand your mind as far as learning a lot. So you're the type of person that like to read or just like to get a lot of information about philosophical ideals or just about spirituality or anything that can acquire knowledge. So personally, you're very smart, and you like to share information, and you like to give advice to other people, and you like to spread your knowledge. So Sagittarius also is the adventurer. So these people are very adventurous people. Like, when you first meet them, they're going to be kind of like the life of the party. You know, they're the people that even if they're a little bit more laid back, they still have a fun way to express themselves, and they still know how to make things fun. And being around them is like an adventure. Like, you never really know what you're going to get into. And I can definitely say that for myself. And yeah, so having a Sagittarius ascendant rising sign on the physical body, Sagittarius is the sign of half man, half horse. So Sagittarius ascending people have very wide hips. Naturally, they're born with very large hips. They may have a huge butt. A lot of Sagittarius has like a stallion booty, like Kim Kardashian. She has a Sagittarius ascendant, and she has a stallion booty. Now you may be thinking, oh, I don't have a big butt and I'm a Sagittarius ascendant. This is not for every specific person, but I know for some people this may happen through plastic surgery. So they may have, you know, a certain placement that will allow them to get their butt done or something like that. Everything is energy, and everything you can find in the stars. Like, nothing is an accident. So that's one thing to take into consideration, is the fact that Sagittarius can have an impact. Sagittarius ascendant can have an impact on your hips. Other than that, Sagittarius expands, so it may expand your body. So you may gain a lot of weight, because Sagittarius people like to indulge in things that they like, because Jupiter gives them the ability to expand whatever it is that they're into, or whatever it is, you know, like food or just little things like that. So it can make them a very heavy set person, Or sometimes I realize a lot of Sagittarius Ascendant people are kind of tall. So, that's one thing to keep in consideration. But for the most part, the physical characteristics for Sagittarius Ascendant, these people are kind of athletic people, or they just look like they'll just be down to be active and move around and just be adventurous. So another thing about Sagittarius Ascendant people is that you guys are adventurers, and I will keep saying this because Sagittarius is a sign of the Archer, and these are the type of people, if they have a specific vision for their life and how they want it to go, they could see it and they will be able to work on it throughout their entire lives till they get it. Now, Sagittarius is a fire sign, so fire is able to be able to create visions for themselves, be able to create how they want their reality to look. So Sagittarius people have the power to create a life for themselves as far as adventurers. Like, they can travel a lot, like these are the type of people that if they have a goal in mind to travel somewhere, that they'll get it done. And they just like to travel, even if it's not physically. They like to travel in the mind, hence reading or looking up stuff on YouTube and stuff. These are the type of people that get kind of restless in one scenario. Like, if they see something, they have to kind of like move on to the next. It's not a fixed sign, it's a mutable fire sign, so they know how to go from this environment to that environment. They know how to get along with many different type of people. Sagittarius Ascendant people have broad ways of communicating with different type of people, different backgrounds. They're not the type of person that's fixed in any sort of way of looking at things. They're able to understand your opinion about something, and they're able to show you a new way of looking at something. So that's one thing to understand about Sagittarius Ascendant. Like I said, this is a very fun ascendant to have because it just makes you a person that people want to get to know, people see as someone that has knowledge and someone that they can go to for information. And that's one thing to understand about being a Sagittarius Ascendant, is that you do obtain a lot of knowledge. So it's important to know how you're giving information to people and what you're telling people. Make sure that it's coming from a righteous place, because you just have the type of personality, like whatever you say kind of goes. Like, not necessarily like people are going to listen to you, but you have the conviction to spark curiosity in people and to have them actually listen to your point of view, because Sagittarius people, they have a way of looking at things in a way that not a lot of people would see it, but still in a light way where everyone could feed off of the information and apply it to themselves. So these people are very fun people to be around, very fun people. They're the type of people you can go to if you just want to have a laugh, if you just need help with something. These are the type of people, they're not petty. Like, they're really not petty. Like, they hate petty things. Like, they hate people that steal petty stuff, like, or people that just they're not petty. Like, they have Jupiter is expansive, so they have a lot to give, whether it's physical things or mental, like philosophy. Like, they have a lot to give. So these are the type of people, like, you can ask them for stuff to borrow. I'm a Taurus, so I don't like lending my shit to people, but for the most part, like, if a person really needed something, like, I wouldn't be stingy, or I wouldn't be petty to not lend a helping hand. So that's one thing about Sagittarius rising. If you are a Sagittarius rising and you watch the video all the way to the end, please go ahead and comment a star emoji in the comment section down below. Like I told you in the beginning, you guys are all stars. So thank you so much for being interested in astrology. And to know and to love thyself is to know thyself. So kudos to you for taking the time out and studying your astrological birth chart. If you need any more information, go ahead and email me and we can talk about your birth chart and get it analyzed to the T. And yes, make sure you subscribe, like the video, watch other videos, and share my channel with other people. And I will see you in another one. Mwah. Peace.